Yesterday, it was miserably windy. Crazy, just absolutely crazy. Didn't do much here at the barn, but I've been saying we need to change the hydraulic oil on this Kubota, but it's actually just the filter. And we did that. The whole cab lifts up and it's under there. So did that. And then the other big thing was getting the camper there in the barn. And it fits. Well, I'll just walk over there and show you. You know, that's what I'm going to do for you. Just barely. Didn't even have to take the spare off. I had plenty of room. So now my goal for today is, see, never a doubt, is I'm going to put some bait, check all my bait in the barn for mice and rats, because we don't really want mice in here or anywhere, but we for sure don't want them in our camper. So I'm going to check the stuff I already have out. I'm going to put out extra. I'm going to put them in strategic, use some strategery and put them in the camper some places. I don't really want to put traps in there because traps kill where you put them, and then they stink really, really bad when they die. I think the thought is with the bait is that they eat it and they go looking for water and they die somewhere else, which is what I do want. So yeah. Today, after this, when I get home, I'm taking Denton deer hunting. It got a little colder. There's a cold front that kind of blew in yesterday and last night. We got a little bit of snow. It was white on the ground. The boys, everybody thinks white snow, but there was some white on the ground. Tonight, though, it's going to be very cold. And then the weather for the next couple of days is like high at 22, low in single digits. That's really cold for us. So hoping that we don't lose power through all of that. But tonight's the last night that I feel comfortable going hunting. It won't be too cold. And it's just youth hunt, so I can't shoot. But Denton can. He's not ever shot a deer. So we'll see if we can see one, challenge number one, or multiple, see something, number two, be able to shoot at it, and number three, actually be able to hit it. That part's on Denton. So I'll let you know what I find out. First thing is to collect all of my bait things, and we screw the bait onto these because we were finding the little bait cubes in the rat's nest, but they're just taking it with them. What's the point of that? I'm gonna use some of this, the red kind. Seems to work better than the green kind. I just gotta remember where I put all of these. I know it's dirty. I had this all swept at some point in my life. I also had a skunk that was under here. Well, we got the skunk, but he left a lot of remnants. Let's see, where else did I put another one? Somewhere in here. Man, it sure looks junky as I'm showing you all of this. There's one in there. All right, I think there's one more. I put it over here. Think like a mouse or a rat. Okay, see this? That was so when you open that door over there with a west wind, that wind's got to go somewhere. So we opened one of these other ones. All I needed to do was get the skid steer out. So I opened it real quick, drove out, and at that time, this door just blew open. Like, so this was my improvisation. You see that chain? To keep that from blowing out again, but crazy. Yeah, the wind blows in, it's gotta go somewhere, and it was pushing this out, and it was hinging up there at the top. Not good. Okay, this is the last area. I still gotta clean over here. Where did I put that thing? See it? Huh, I'm not sure where I put that. Maybe I found them all. I know there's one we put in here. See that? That's what they do. Keeps it screwed down. Keeps them from stealing it. Oh yeah, anybody got an extra brake booster for a 69 Chevy C50 truck? Brake booster's out. Can't get them anywhere. Can rebuild them, but we don't know if they'll even have the parts to redo that. So Dad's found one that he can order on Amazon, and it says it's coming, and then it doesn't come, and then it comes back on to be ordered again. And so anyways, any ideas? All right. Got some screws. I'm going to do some new ones. Found a piece of wood in here that was not being used. Brought a couple pieces from the house. I'm going to make some bait stations. All right, back in the game. I've got a few more than I had before, so I'm going to put more out because I can. Now I'm going to put some of these in the camper. Yeah, just trust me. I'm going to try to kill a lot of rats and mice. Well, I'm back. What you missed was it got really cold. Yes, I know everybody across the country was talking about how cold it was, so I won't bore you, but it got cold. Single digits, multiple times. We have a tankless hot water heater at our house, and we got a small house, and when we remodeled it, there was 2 hot water heaters in that house, upstairs and downstairs, and we just needed space. So we thought, let's do a tankless, and we can do it outside, which has been awesome. We love it. It's been great. Except it's on a north-facing wall, and it's frozen up like every year that we've had it, or we have to be careful of that. And so this year, I was just stupid, and I didn't drip the water faucet like I should. Why would I not do that? Just didn't. And so we woke up Sunday morning to go to church, and we had no hot water. It was just barely trickling by. So I spent that whole morning trying to get it thawed out. And it's really hard to thaw things out when it's less than 10 degrees and the wind's blowing from the north right where you're working. So finally got it done. Had a tarp around it, and tape wasn't sticking to the things I needed it to stick to tape the tarp to where it was. And my electric heaters weren't working. Luckily, I had a propane heater and got it thawed. So that was fun. Small problems. I don't have any cattle. Thankful for those that provide us, the ranchers that do that, but thankful I didn't have to do that because I know that was miserable. So I'm back. It's warmer today and yesterday. Yesterday was like great, 50 something degrees. We loved it. Today about the same, but another cold spell coming tonight, it looks like. So I told you last time, I think I took Denton hunting. I'm going to try to do that, and we didn't see anything. I'm going to try to take him again tonight. It's like the last chance we have before the season's over. Needless to say, it's nice to get back to doing some things. Yesterday, did some projects at the house that we and my wife really wanted done, and I did them for her. So thankful to get some of those projects done, and I got some more projects that came in the mail. So I've been wanting to get a hose reel for the barn since I've moved back, and I just hadn't pulled the trigger, and that is not ideal. See, I mean, there's just not a great option, and so that is what I'm going to use. I think it's going to be great. Just got to figure out where to put it. It's big, bigger than I realized. So here's kind of what I was thinking, but that might get in the way of opening that door. So I don't know, somewhere there. This was another option, but it's bigger than I thought. So that might take up too much space on the workbench. I don't know. But I'm going to have an air hose in here, and it's going to be awesome. It's got 1/2-inch hose all the way through. It's supposed to be 1/2-inch fittings all the way through, so the air will never be reduced down to 3/8. And that's what I wanted, because sometimes we don't always need that bigger airflow, but sometimes we do, and I didn't want it choked down anywhere. We use the black hose. Currently it has the 1/2-inch, and then we reduce it to the 3/8 for most things. So I think this is 100 feet of hose on the ground. This will be 100 foot on in the reel. Should be able to get to almost anywhere in the shop, and then outdoor where we do work. So real jacked up about that. And then the other thing I got was this it's a little service cart. I'm gonna put that together. I'll show you that. And then just when we work on a project, our tools, we're looking for places to put them on the ground, then you end up bending down a lot of times, and that's annoying. And then you're down in the back, you know, like get old, so don't want to do that. So I think that'll be helpful. And then just a little thing for the camper, the ball that does this, what's it called, sway control, was missing on the trailer we bought, so I'm gonna go put that on right now. Sorry, I got distracted on the way. Oh, the leak. We're gonna get that changed. That one I've known about. This one, that's new. Leaking underneath the PTO that we never have used, ever. How's that work? So, I don't know if that one needs to be changed or not, if that's just a cold weather deal, but that one does need to be changed. And I need to go talk to the John Deere dealership to see, it's dark, you can't see, to see what, I need to ask them the best way to do that. If we have to drain the whole hydraulic system, or if we can not drain the whole hydraulic system. I can't get around this way because that needs to be fixed. Because when it warms up, got a lot of spraying to get done. You got to spray all the fallow ground. That grass is just didn't die. Doesn't seem like it's going to die. And then all the wheat ground will need to be sprayed with what we spray over it to help with broadleafs in the wheat. Stay tuned. All right, here's the part. See? It goes right here, and then that clamps on there, and then this other end goes on the hitch of the trailer, and then it's a brake material. It just keeps the trailer from swaying. Doing that. It's not been bad without it, but if I've got it, better to use it. That's what I always say. So, for my research, it says to go 24 inches off the center of the trailer coupler. Okay. Does that look level? Somewhere in there. All right, I don't think it has to be an exact science. At least I'm counting on it not to be an exact science. It's slow going. Where is that? I got two, and then on this one, where's my bit? I just got these. I've never had any step bits, but I saw these and I thought that could be useful, and they have been useful the 2 times I've used them. And so the tip just snapped off, so that's frustrating. It's stuck in the metal there. And then the other twist drill bit I have is It's dull. Maybe I have another one. Well, that was a little bit harder than I was anticipating, but it's on. Breaking that drill bit was a real pain. I think that piece was lodged in there and then got kind of friction welded to the other metal, so my other bits were having a hard time drilling through it. This one as well, so I may have dulled a lot of bits doing that. That was fun. Well, that took entirely way too long, and it is lunchtime, but in the sake of getting another thing done, or at least started, I'm going to unbox this service cart, and maybe I can put it together, and then I'll feel like, you know, I can go back and tell Emily and say, yeah, I had a real busy day. I got a couple projects done. There it is. Nothing fancy. It's supposed to be able to hold 500 pounds. So I should be able to stand on it and jump on it. But I won't. And so I think that's just going to be really nice. I think that's just going to be really nice. So got to go to lunch, but when I come back, I probably won't be doing that. I'll at least get it out of the box. But let me show you what's next on my agenda. Is this thing. Let's see if I can lift it out one-handed here. Oh, that's a little heavy. One second. Let's go over to my new cart. How about that? Never mind, that gave me all these extra things, screws that I pretty sure I don't need. But all right, what I did yesterday, yesterday, is I got this piece of angle iron on this reel. This one's for my truck. So the idea is that this will go up flat against my toolbox. And so next, when I get back, I'm gonna drill holes here and some holes here, and then try to get it mocked up against the toolbox so that I can drill the holes in the toolbox that match. And then I gotta take all my tools out because I gotta get to the back. I'll show you. I gotta get to the back of the toolbox, and I can't get to that. Well, obviously with my tools in, I need to get the drawer out. And then my thought was, I'm gonna drill from the outside. I'm hoping I can do it without taking the toolbox off, that I can fit my drill in between there. So that's the idea. And then I got this telescoping magnet that I can get in there and hold the bolt and the bolt end through those holes enough to get it started when I get all the holes drilled. So that's my idea. And then I'll have a hose reel on my truck again, which, I mean, I'm just looking forward to hose reel in the barn, hose reel in my truck. And then one of the best parts of this little cart is there's a towel holder. Look at that. Isn't that great? I know you're excited for me. Thank you for that. Appreciate you watching. Well, I forgot something. The boys have an award ceremony at the school at 3 or left of 3. It is already 1 o'clock. Just getting home for lunch. So I think I'm gonna stay home and do some stuff, some end of year tax stuff on the computer. So instead of driving back out to the barn. So anyways, and then I'm going deer hunting with Denton, like I said. So that's gonna be the end of just the filming for today. I don't think it's the end of the video, but if it is, thanks for watching. If you're gonna farm it.